Hello, everyone. This is Soul Treats. My name is Thomas Sawyer with thomassawyer.com, and this is.
Miss Dawn Marie. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
And just give us a few seconds, and we're going to share out. Go to intermission. My name is Thomas Sawyer with thomassawyer.com, and this.
And we heard me.
Hello, everyone. I need to see the chat. Uh-oh. I can't see the chat. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I can see the chat. Yay. Hi, everyone. How was your Super Bowl Sunday? I'd rather be here than watching
Me too.
a game.
I didn't even know the Super Bowl was today. I should have called them. Let's see. I need to pull this up. Uh-oh. Let me turn this music off.
I like that music, by the way. I like the new intro.
Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas Sawyer. This is Don Marie. We're here to read you. So, who would be? I have to do 50 things at once, it seems. Okay. So let me know the list, whoever's in the background.
Is Ivy here?
Yes, Ivy is here. She is right there.
Yay, good. There she is.
I'm just going to turn my computer off and go with the Facebook comments. Are we ready, guys? I don't know. Okay.
Well, I have someone here for Ivy.
Well, you go for it, dear.
Let me turn comments on so I can see your comments. Ivy, you have an elder female here. She says, like a mother. That could be anything from your mother, stepmother, grandmother. She feels like a grandmotherly figure. Someone that you looked at as a grandmother is what she's saying. So that could be a grandmother, even like an in-law. Oh, okay. She has a specific message for you. You're going to watch as long as you can. Ivy, she says, the more you invest in yourself, the more secure you feel, the more educated you become, the more trust you'll have in yourself. You're on the right path. Please don't second guess. Listen to your inner voice. It is your God conscious. You're in harmony with your alignment. And she loves you. She comes closer and I can hear her nice and loud. She's very like almost like there's a time and a place for everything. And she seems more on the, even though she tells you the truth when you know, whether you want it or not, she's feels like more like an introvert until you get to know her, like she's on the quiet side. She said, don't force anything. Things will come naturally. Oh, okay. I got it. You're struggling with your gifts. Oh, honey, don't struggle. They're there. It's just, divine timing is everything. Remember, guys, in spirit, there are no clocks. Time does not matter. Time holds nothing. Nothing. She says, go ahead and go back to work, but she still sees a future. Oh, okay. It's almost like being a light worker in training. You know what I mean? Because in order to be able to hear them and know what they're saying is you have to be able to trust what you're hearing. And you have to trust in the process. And you started out, she's showing me tarot cards. So you must have started out pulling cards or something like that. And I'm hearing Reiki. So if you haven't started Reiki, I'd suggest you start that. She says she loves you. She's got to go make cookies. She loves you. Yep, that was it. Sometimes the things that come through, like they don't make no sense to me, but if it's something that they tell me, I bring it through. And ooh, there's my goosebumpies. That serves as my validation. How about you, Thomas?
Yeah, okay. I'm seeing a flip about to happen. So I pulled out 4 cards and I'm channeling a bit. And went channel a bit today. So number 1, I'm just going to show you the cards. So this is kind of where you're at right now, but this is where you think you're at and where they're saying where you're really at. So I have to explain this. Okay. You see this woman and her trust? She already said trust yourself. But here's the thing. Look at her. She looked really sad. But she doesn't realize how blessed she is. And then seeing the true you. She's like, this woman looks really sad too. She's like, seeing the true you. What's, it's a matter of perspective. I always say this. It is a matter of, everything's a matter of perspective. It's how you see things. So when your perspective starts to change, and I agree with Don Marie, you need to try to get your hands on some people, go take a Reiki class or saying first, and learn how to do that, go into some Reiki shares, etc. You'll gain confidence. But this is what you really are. So as you do that, okay, they say, then it changes. Energy starts to change. Yes. So inspiration. You start tapping into your creative side. You start seeing things from a different perspective. They're saying this for everyone in the feed. You start seeing things from a different perspective. You start understanding that you are more than just you, and you are one with the creator and one with the divine and one with source, and you can do anything in the world that you want, and you can move into a different, you will start to see things in color. That's what it is. Because you see, when I look at these, I see black and white. I just see black and white for some reason. They're a little drab, but these are full of vibrant color. It's a change in perspective. You're going to start having ideas. You feel stuck right now. Yes, we all feel stuck in some ways. That's the human life. And but what I see with this is, yeah, trust yourself, is inner trust. But the same thing, look at all the color. You start to light up. You have connections everywhere. The cosmos, animals, everything around you. You start seeing the bigger picture. You start seeing what you truly are inside. You start seeing what you can be. You start opening the doors to you've already started to open the doors to the higher realms of consciousness, but you start tapping into the higher realms of consciousness. You start becoming one with everything around you, and you realize that the self-limiting beliefs are no longer self-limiting. And my higher self is going rapid fire. Okay, and
I see here that she recently got her master's and in the practice. Now here's the thing. Exactly. And my guides are telling me that even though you have it, you haven't done a lot with it. Practice on your friends, practice on your family, use it, because everything for you starts with that step. Like Thomas had said, you will evolve, you will blossom, like all those colors on the cards. They just, everything comes full circle, like he said, and it just blooms beautiful, radiant colors. People will see it. So just know, if you do decide to go back to work, that pathway is blessed, but everything will come back to being a light worker. Yeah, it's just about trusting your inner self.
Yeah, and opening
those. Yourself, I do.
You see,
look at that
big bold vision. They want me to say this. I can cuss on here. Okay. This bitch don't fuck around. She don't mess. Look at her. She's like, I ain't taking no shit from nobody. And that's going to be you. They want you to understand this. They're saying, they're yelling at me. They want you to understand this. This is who you are. Remember it. You all need to remember that, my guides say. You all need to remember that you're badasses. Yeah. Okay. They like me saying that a lot lately for some reason.
the energy is shifting.
Yes, it is.
And that's just something that we need to remember. We all need to remember, because even though we're here in this human vessel, we're here for the experience, and there comes a point in time where we it's almost a natural flow where it's like, wow, yeah, I am a badass. You know what I mean? It's like we come to that conclusion, and then we utilize it a whole lot more.
Ivy, let me say this because I'm looking at your comment. No, I haven't done much yet. Don't focus on that. Focus on what you can do moving forward. Don't focus on the past. That shit don't matter no more. They're saying, just focus on where you can go in the future and what you can do in the present as well to get to your future. Make a plan. Make a plan. Rome was not built in a day. Either were the pyramids. They had to keep stacking these things up. It took probably hundreds of years, but with you, it's not going to take hundreds of years. It'll take some time. And what is it about? Dawn, she should be wearing some citrine or something. I'm getting Jasper.
Citrine. Is there a zebra Jasper? Why am I getting a zebra?
There's a zebra Jasper. Yeah, that's the one it connects.
I'm not as fluent with crystals. And I'm hearing black obsidian.
Yeah, that'll work too. Protection. And to help her see more into her own darkness. Because we all have darkness.
Yeah, we do.
But zebra Jasper is going to help you connect them with your ancestry, or also the animals.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your gifts came from your grandmother. You do know that, right? Yes, they did.
So next up, we have... Thank you, Ivy, for being here, unless we have any more messages for.
I know. I'm good.
Okay, I'm good too.
Hi, Kayla. How are you?
Hello, Emmanuel. Is Emmanuel next? Oh, I see the list now. Thank you. I got it. Emmanuel. Is Emmanuel a male? I can't see the picture.
Well, pictures are deceiving.
I know.
Because some people put up their animals too.
I'm going to start here. They keep singing the Bible, like the Emmanuel. Emmanuel. It's like a holy chant. Oh, you used to be a monk. Okay. So, Emmanuel, you need to remember it's saying you need to know this. You used to be a monk, some kind of like Christian monk or some kind of monk, but maybe it's a priest. It's kind of priest monk, one of those friar monks. That's what I'm hearing, friar monks. Let's see here. What cards do we have for Emmanuel? Yeah, that makes pretty fucking good. And 2, 3. So in this past life, Emmanuel, you were like a friar monk, a monk of some sort. It's very connected with Christianity. I know that might trigger you, but whatever. It's a past lifetime. Don't worry about it. But you're bringing in that energy. So I pull these cards out. It's pretty obvious to me what they're saying. So number 1 is listening for truth. This is listening to God, listening to source, listening to the universe. You don't have to believe God is the God of the Christian Bible. It doesn't matter. The point is that this is what you used to do in that time. You'd sit there and you would actually meditate and pray and sit in silence for the answers that you needed. And they're asking you to do that now. I know this can be hard, believe me, I get it. But sometimes we have to sit still and let the voice of the Creator speak to us. By doing this, you move into the power of attraction. Now, once you look at that, you move into the power of attraction, you attract different aspects from these past lifetimes to you and different aspects of your divine connection to source. You don't realize how strong you are. And the last card, which is by far my favorite, Legacy of Light. I want you to really look at this. Because you see, what I'm seeing here is not just the child, the student, or the teacher, the ascended one. What I'm saying is the chakras that are going up into the higher connections. that are above your head. I'm seeing like right into source, right into the divine matrix of the creator. You start understanding who you truly are. This is going to happen one way or the other. And what I'm seeing is, and I don't want you to be scared, but what I'm seeing is the tarot card, the Tower. So in the Tower card, as I've said many times, you can either be ready for this or not ready for this when it happens. You can either have a parachute or you can just jump out of the tower. And the tower just means things get destroyed, so you have more room to grow. Be prepared, they're saying. But it's not a bad thing at all. And there's an archangel. Hold on. I forgot. I've been doing so many TikTok lives, Don, that I don't do healing on them, so I just do readings. I refuse to do them because they ain't paying me. Okay. So, give me a second. Who do we have? Azrael. Okay. Archangel Azrael. Look into Archangel Azrael. Connect me in. Some of you are going to see a bunch of colors shifting around me at once. Now. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. You feel that energy expanding, 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 Emmanuel, expanding. Thomas just helped tap you into the codex of the creator. You were already there. He just upped the notches a little bit. Yes.
So I had three people converge, three spirits converge onto one. It is one of the forefathers. He says, hidden, hidden, step into the light so others can see truth. And he underscored truth. And when I asked for some clarity, I had a woman step forward with long flowing black hair, beautiful woman, and said it's about legacy and the truth in the legacy, that you need to trust and step into the light so others can see you as light. There's some dark that's hanging over that will work its way out. It's not about a curse or a cloud. It is about you stepping out from away from the shadows, away from the shadows. You have something going on in your head, like some kind of like honor code or something that you feel like it's almost like expectations are there. Expectations from the father, she's saying. This is someone in your lineage, like a great, 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 great grandmother. She wants you to just know and believe. The heart holds the honor. That's the message she wants to give you today. Your heart holds the honor. There are no shortcuts in life. We have what we have. Our path is our path. We have to stay true to ourselves. And in doing that, we stay true to the love in our hearts. It's all about the love. It's all about the heart space, guys. And that's where you're holding the honor. So relinquish that. Show it. Step out into the light. Thank you. I can't stress this enough. When others around you are not making good choices, the best choices you make are the ones that bring you into that light. Make sense?
Emmanuel, can I piggyback on this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Emmanuel, it's kind of like what I understood last night. I'm not going to get super personal, but I had two really insane dates. But the point is that I had to write a list on my wall of everything I need to do. And all those things are going to lead me into a new understanding. I'm reading myself, are going to lead me into a new understanding of who I am by working on my emotions and my business and all these other things that I need to work on and making a plan of action. And I'm saying the same thing for you. It's like, make a plan of action. What I'm hearing is kind of getting what I'm being told to do as well. Get out there and walk, get out there and get in nature, like sit down, meditate. I say this so much in lives, but it works. It's universal. They're saying, sit down and meditate. It just, even if you don't think it's meditation, sit on a park bench is what I'm seeing through vision. Sit on a park bench and just sit there and just contemplate. Bring a notebook, I'm hearing. You're going to write stuff down as you're thinking. Be like, how do I do this? And how do I do this? And they're ideas. And a lot of times we have these ideas. It's like a comedian when they carry a notebook around with them, is what I'm saying. And so when they have an idea for a joke, they write it down. And so they don't forget it. Because a lot of times we get these amazing ideas, but we don't write them down, or these epiphanies about ourselves, and we don't write them down, so we forget. It's like it's like having a dream. And then all of a sudden you wake up and you're like, oh, I forgot the dream 10 minutes later. But if I kept a dream journal next to me, I'd remember it, at least what I need to. Yeah.
I have a dream journal. I love it.
Yeah, that's what we need to remember. And I am complete. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you, hon.
I figured you were male. Yeah, and also tap into your emotions, but that takes time. We're men. We're taught not to show emotions, but you're pretty good at it. You just don't like showing it all the time. Well, I don't either. That is what it is.
Yeah, it's the way. The thing of it is that we are how we were raised, and in order to move forward, we have to go back. And the thing of it is, at some point in our time, those of us who are guarded, we've been hurt so deeply that we have to relinquish that. And that's a hard thing to do. Not impossible, very possible.
You have to make the choice.
Exactly.
That's the key.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, next up, it looks like on the reading list, we have Carol Jacobs. I'll have you start, Dawn, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to have, you start. I'm sorry, not me.
Yeah, no, I know what you meant. You said, I'll
Okay.
have you start. I don't mind at all.
I'm going to be like right here.
Carol. Carol, have you lost both of your parents? It almost feels like you have a mother figure and a father figure here. All right, I just said your name and they're coming a little closer. Carol, I'm going to need a little bit of your input, honey. Who is the gentleman who died of he shows me heart and lung? Then this must be grandparents, heart and lung. Was that your grandfather, honey? I questioned that, and the reason why you heard that in my voice is because my guides tell me you're too young, and when they say that, that means usually that they are both alive. They seem very wise, almost like you were at their house a lot. So which one is that? Because I'm told that it's one side and not the other. It almost feels like one side you didn't know as well as the other side of your family. Oh, okay. Definitely Papa something. I'm not good with, because he comes forward before it almost feels like he wants to speak and she's behind him in support of him. Aw. He says he doesn't like to see you cry, Carol. Emotions are just emotions, he wants you to know. Feel them and let them go. They're not meant to stay with you. Okay, that is your father's side of the family? Not maternal. Okay, so this is your exactly. Okay, yes, confirmation. This is your father's side of the family. So, he tells me that your dad is like he's forgetting things, or he's starting to forget things. He won't tell anyone because he's very closed mouth about that. He wants you to know to follow your instincts. If you think there's something wrong, that means there probably is, Carol. If you think that it's nothing wrong, then it's probably nothing wrong, just an aging thing. I know a lot of people who have lineage with Alzheimer's, when we start forgetting things, we think, uh-oh, but it isn't necessarily that. Okay? He wants you to know he's been around you a lot lately because he senses your sadness. And he never liked to see women cry, period, but he never liked to see you cry or hurt. So he wants you to know that what you're feeling will pass. It's just feelings. Don't feel lost because you're not alone. And he says that and underscores not alone. He sends his love. Just know he is around you. It's something with change. I keep hearing change jingling in a pocket. So coins are important to him. So what that means is that they could have either collected coins. He could have been a great saver. He tells me he was a provider. So coins are just that. But look for the coins, especially down by your feet. Showing me down by your feet. Getting up and down. Might even be up and down stairs, but it's like up and down off of a chair. Yeah. Your grandparents love you. He sends his love. Yeah. Aw. Your dad will be okay. Don't think the worst. Oh, it's the keys. He's telling me, and I was fond of my change. He saved. He was a saver. Oh, that's it. He was a saver. Every penny counts, he said. But yeah, but he comes in with that sound, Is your dad losing his keys? Oh, that's the connection. Okay. So yeah, your dad's misplacing things, but it's just natural. It's not, please don't think the worst, he says. Please don't think the worst. Listen to your gut, not your head, your gut, your instincts. Our instincts are down here. It's like we have this like little sensor. And it's like that little like uh-oh feeling in your stomach. Those are you know what I mean? So he sends his love. He said, have fun today. He said, you enjoy this. You find comfort in it. You love it. They love you, honey. You're welcome.
Carol, I have so many cards out. This is insane. Okay, so I'm just going to go with this.
Yeah.
It's dragons and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so number one, cosmic elders. So I kept hearing cosmic elders, maybe part of your family or part of like cosmic elders, they're saying. They're saying explain what cosmic elders are. How do you expect me to explain that, guys? Okay, anyways. Okay. They're like way up there. So some of your family members are connected in with a lineage of light, but lineage of the cosmos, lineage of, just going to channel this, a lineage of higher beings. And they want you to realize that the sadness you're experiencing is part of changing. It's part of changing into a new energy. Sometimes we can get stuck in an energy of sadness, but just like with a former reading, it's a matter of shifting how we look at the situation and starting to take tiny steps to move us out of that energy, which will lead you into going beyond normal. And it's funny you brought up the coins and the keys. Look at the car. She's got all these buttons around her. She's going beyond normal. Because people already think sometimes you're a little batty. Like they think I'm a little batty. Whatever. But I'm cool with that. I'd say you should be cool with it too, because they don't understand what we are. So that's up to them. That's their problem, not ours. But here's the thing is the idea goes off. And all these little buttons they're saying represent ideas that you'll have. Ideas into a higher perspective. And which card do I need next out of all these cards? Okay. Yeah, faith in the process. You're praying for more, you're praying to see, you're praying to there, but it's already there, they're saying. So if you look at it, faith in the process, prayer. They keep saying pray, more. And you move into, I mean, look at this woman. She's heaven sent. She's heaven sent. You become heaven sent. You already are heaven sent. You just don't realize it yet, they're saying. You don't realize you're moving into that energy now. But there's also a release that you need to do. You need to release emotions. See, she's crying. You need to release emotions, but do it softly. You don't want to do this all at once. It's going to take time. And when you start doing all these things, you move into the shock of what is really reality. What I'm seeing is all these perspectives and all these understandings about what you believe life would be will start changing, and you'll start moving more into your higher grace, into the higher, not great, grace, yes, higher understanding of who you are. Thomas has this in energy. Yes, I do. And who is it? It's not these two. That would be helpful, but they're not the ones I need. Thank you. Zadkill, thank you. Yeah, this guy, he holds a key. So I'm going to tap you in with Alpha Dragon energy and Archangel Zadkill. You need to look up what Archangel Zadkill does, because Archangel Zadkill is talking to me. What's up, brother? He says, I want to work with her, motherfucker. Okay. They like cussing at me because I cuss. Okay. So there we go. Alpha Dragon. Let me read the card. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old. Visualize your dream. Help to manifest a new world. Alpha Dragon energy now. Number 2, Archangel Zadkill wishes to work with you. You're going to see him as purple, he is saying. He'll be wearing a robe, and you'll feel him maybe more than see him, but you might get flashes of him as you're walking around. You might see a being just walking around, and you'll see a flash of like purple. Wings. He's saying wings. You may see these wings. I don't know how you're going to perceive him, but I'm seeing him in a blue, like a cloak, and he's wings. So Zadkill, go to her, only her, like that. And I'm also seeing you, Carol, like gardening. I don't know if you garden, but I think you should garden. Something with the earth, I'm saying. It's going to help balance your... It's going to help you a lot with connecting in with the elements and connecting in with your divine potential. It's going to quiet your mind. I really think you should start gardening. I don't know if you do, but this is what I'm seeing. Something like that. Plant some tomatoes, they're saying. Tomatoes are good for you. Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Planting is good for the soul.
Yeah.
It will work. Thank you, Carol. Okay, let's see who's next. Martha. Martha, how are you, Martha?
Yeah. Martha. Keep hearing Marcia. Okay. Number one, dear, I'm seeing you on the floor crying. This is good, but they don't want you to sit on the floor forever. It's time to try to let go of that sadness the best you can. I know this is not an easy process, but it is part of the equation. As I pull the first card, and this card has its own definition in the book, but this woman looks like she's been beat up a little bit. When I look at the card, at least around her eyes, lips, she knows, she feels. Number two, also work on receiving. There's a masculine, I say this a lot because with women, if I was reading for men, I'd probably say feminine. So I feel there's a masculine influence, it's a little toxic for you. As I'm tapping my crystal over and over again. So what that means to me is you might want to wear, they're going with crystals today, aren't you? Yes. Okay. So they want you maybe to put on a crystal like lapis lazuli or tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is very protective, and they just keep having me do this. It's going to help connect you in better. Also, it's a visionary stone, and it's going to help provide protection. But I'm getting chills all over my left arm. Yeah, he doesn't recognize your feminine energy. He's being too controlling. But that's kind of how he was raised. As Don said earlier, we are byproducts of how we've been raised. So we sometimes have to move around that, but he has to make that decision for himself, make it for him, I'm hearing. We all have to come to those realizations within us. And one more card, but it's receiving. So you need to tell yourself affirmations, subconscious reprogramming, receiving what is for your highest good. Look at how you're thinking, they're saying. Look at how you're thinking. And start to, every time you catch yourself having a negative thought, like turn it around and start reprogramming your subconscious. This is the key. And there's another card. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and people aren't going to like the way you're changing when this happens. So be prepared. But people don't like change because they see change in another person, and all of a sudden they're like, why can't I have that? So they try to like dismiss you and put you down, and you're already starting to change and seeing this I'm hearing. And you just tell them, listen, it's my life. You don't like it, you go away. Pretty simple. And defend the end until the worthwhile. That is my reading.
Thank you. Hi, Martha. I haven't heard from you in ages. Nice to see you here. Two things. The first thing is really something that most of you are going to resonate with. There's been an energy shift. It's moving into the positive. No more retrograde right now. But more importantly, our perspective is going to be changing. This is a time of perspectives. So when your perspectives are changing, this is where we come in with the trusting ourselves. And Martha, my guides are actually stepping in, and they're telling me that you have had a male figure around you, feels like a father figure, been around you to help support you, because you have in your family a great naysayer, who almost like gaslights you, like, oh, look at her now, look what she's, you know what I mean? But these changes really are affecting you. I mean, everything's brighter when you look at things. Everything is, it's a good time for you. You're moving into your own. And the male figure, whoever this is, I can hear it in the background. I can hear him. He's very soft-spoken. He feels like he almost didn't have much of a voice when he was passing. Stay strong. You are loved. People fear change. And you, my dear, are changing. And you might be, in around the summer months, be looking to move away from some people who are not necessarily good for you. Now, there are going to be some people that you don't want to throw, because you never want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. The bathwater is bad, but babies are always good, right? So there are some people around you, um, another male figure, who fears what he doesn't understand, and who was raised old school. So how he was raised is in part of how he's reacting. But you have to understand something. This is your path. This is what you're meant to be doing. You're meant to be walking in the light. And it does nothing but compliment you. It's what you're supposed to be doing, my guides say. So try to ignore those who don't like those changes, and try to understand that it's okay to love somebody, but not like their behaviors. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, this is a father, grandfather figure. I can't really tell because I can hear him. I can't see him. That means, you know what that means? I'll tell you what that means. This man was very private in real life. When he was here on this earth plane, he was very private. When they're really private, they're not keen about stepping in and talking in front of everybody. Did you guys know that? Yeah, that's for everybody. But you have someone, Martha. Yes, taught that as a child. Yes, exactly. But you've got a very bright future. It's like, I know it's going to sound weird because you're not that old, but as you grow, as you get older in earth years, so to speak, you get wiser and you step into your own truth. And that's empowering. So keep it up. You're doing a great job, Martha.
Martha, Don, let me piggyback. So, two things. Some of these people, they may not serve you right now, but they're going to be coming back to you in the future when they see you change. They're going to be like, how did she do this? I want her to show me. Because they really need healing too. Number two, go for it. Okay. I mentioned this, I don't know if some of these people saw my TikTok lives, but the thing is I went on a date, and the whole point of the date was pretty simple, was that I used to go out with someone when I was 30 that was very mentally abusive. And this girl was a bit mentally abusive and did the exact same behaviors. So I saw that I had conquered this fear of what I dealt with when I was 30. And she tried to play the exact same games my ex-girlfriend played through text messages. Well, tell me the truth. I told her the truth, but I was very nice and I didn't want to say anything. But she just kept messaging me, and I was like, oh, mute. I don't care. Go away. I'm off. But that's my point, is that I was like, I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. And now you're acting just like a spoiled child. So I'm going away, and peace out. And I gave you a chance. You blew it. And that's what I'm saying, is I realized that I had overcome something that was a fear of mine that I had probably locked into my subconscious mind. And that's what you will be doing as well. That's why I'm telling you the story.
Yeah. It's like sometimes we're not Rapunzel, but we put ourselves high up in the tower and lock ourselves away. And when we're ready to climb down, we have to move away from the tower so that the memories don't haunt us in our future. Yeah. You know? It's one of those things. It's all. We all have that, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Martha. Ellie is up next.
You know, I'm just going to go with this. I don't know why, but as soon as I saw Eleanor, and don't get mad at me, Eleanor, for saying this, I heard the Beatles song, Eleanor Rigby.
I love that song.
I don't like the Beatles that much. No one beat me up for that, please. But the point is, it's not my thing, okay? Just saying. I like some of their songs. But I have to read what it means, my guides are saying. The song about loneliness and depression representing a departure from the earlier music. This is an example of them taking risk and dabbling in other genres. So, whatever. They added new shit. So they're saying that you need to take risk and start dabbling in things that are different than what you're used to. Because it's going to open up energy for you and help you walk more into what you are. And I don't know what the Three of Swords are. They're flashing tarot cards in my mind. I really need to study up on that. Okay, isn't the Three of Swords something to do with the heart, Dawn?
Hmm?
Yeah, okay, that's because it's
Sword.
like three to the heart. So it's like three different wounds to your heart. That's what I'm saying.
She's got pentacles around her too, so that's finances.
Okay.
I'm seeing pentacles around you. Yeah.
Okay. So let go of, well, you can't just let go of it, but really look at any people that have hurt your heart. Because it's stopping. I don't know if you're married, maybe you are, hearing that you might be, but it's stopping the love from switching. They're saying you can be in a relationship and you can literally change the whole energy of a relationship just by having talks, but if both parties are willing. When both people are willing in a relationship, even if you're not, they're saying it's going to change the whole dynamic of things. Yeah. Every journey starts with a single step. Doing one tiny thing can start a whole effect of an avalanche for you. That's a good avalanche. But just looking at one thing. And yeah, of course. Relax the hold of darkness and be at whole. Relax the hold of darkness and be at calm. Calls. So you see, she's in light, but she thinks there's too much darkness around her. But she's really being blessed by the divine. And as that happens, you start walking with the divine. Oh, you can do that? Okay. Eleanor, you have a connection with the angelic realm? I don't know if you know what that is. I don't know if you can find anything on Google about it. But it's this realm of like crystal castles. It's where a lot of angels hang out. And they have all these homes there. They're like crystal castles, and there's beautiful structures. They're angels. So you have a connection with them, they're saying. So you probably have a lot of angelic heritage, they're saying. You do, they're saying. Archangel Rogwell, Raguel. I don't know what he does, but I've worked with him quite a bit, they're saying. But it's Archangel Rogwell. So you need to look him up. Raguel. That is my reading.
Okay. Eleanor Rigby. He came up with the song. Ellie, who is the male that is in spirit that used to call you Rigby? He is here now. He's got an infectious smile. Good looking guy. He's passed. It was unexpected. He wants you to know that you are good. That you are a catch. It's not you. It's them. He says, find a different way to date. He's very funny. Very funny. I'm not good at names. He tried to tell me his name. I'm not good. And I said, I'm sorry. And he goes, oh, that's okay. You went to school with him. Yep. I saw the M, and then I looked over and you said, my dear friend Mike. Ellie, he's been around you. He's been trying to give you this message. It's not you. It's them. You're finding men the wrong way. Like you're not finding these people in the right places. He said, and you're going by... He said, can't judge a book by its cover. He said, sometimes it's the ugly ones who treat you like you're a queen. He's laughing. He said, because you're beautiful. Oh, he was crushing on you. Did you know he had a crush on you? I'm looking down at the comments because he's very funny. Very strong energy. He keeps messing with your cups, your mugs. I don't know if it's tea or coffee you drink, but you put down your mug and then you go to pick it up and you're like, "What'd I do?" And it winds up in the sink. That's him. When that happens, that is him. He said, "Do not second guess yourself. And don't dress too sexy. All they want is a hookup. And you're the bring home to mother kind of girl," he says. Oh, I won't. He says he's not going to take too much of your time. Aw. He sends his love. And he watches out over you, especially when you're out on these dates. I love you, girl. He did step back. That is so cool. Yeah, I mean, I have to. I mean, I was listening to him and trying to catch what Thomas was saying, but yeah, I think Thomas hit on some pretty strong points. It seems like Mike was very much the same in spirit as he was here in the Earth plane. Like sometimes he would have it, like almost like it was like it took him a little bit to actually get up the nerve to tell you this stuff, but when he did, he always spoke from the heart and he always spoke with truth. So just know that when the right person is meant to walk in your life, they will. They will. Okay, honey? You have a good day, all right?
Ellie, let me jump in a little. Sorry, Don. So my own thing. I've been on Tinder a lot, and Lord God, have I been getting messages from women, which I found hilarious because it never happened this way before, but now it's happening constantly. But now, as this happens, and I keep going on these dates, they keep like it keeps going wrong because the divine's like pushing them. They're like, you can't do this. Like you can try it out. We're gonna keep pushing them out. And the thing about dressing sexy, I'm just Mel's point of view, not a bad thing, but we sometimes get the wrong idea. As I've told a few of my female clients, I'm just going to give you the same advice for everyone in the feed. They say, if you're a woman, don't sleep. I'm not saying you do sleep with a guy on the first date, but what I'm saying is you wait a while. You make them wait a little bit. That way you know they're still going to be there, because if they just want to hook up, they may wait around for a date or two. And if then they leave. If they really like you, they'll stay. Nothing wrong with looking good. Thomas likes to do that too, which I do. But the point is that you want someone that appreciates who you truly are inside and not what you are on the outside.
And not that this is dating with Dawn or Thomas, but there's someone for everyone. We all have different perspectives. We all have a different set of eyes. But yeah, make them wait. Make them work for it. That's how you'll know.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, we are complete. Cheryl Arndt is next, I believe. I'm looking at this massive list in front of us. Current reading list. Carolyn.
Oh, I love that name. It's spelled so beautiful.
Yeah, I said her name wrong. I'm sorry. We all know how good I am with saying names. Okay. Anyways, you can go first here if you'd like.
Expectations. Sherilyn, I keep hearing expectations. My guides are coming in for you today. When you expect something from someone, you're just setting yourself up for failure, because they're not going to meet the expectations. They can't read here. Okay. My guides are saying that your inner beauty shines out much brighter than you can see. people like to be around you. Oh, you're a little psychic. Oh, that's cool, Sherilyn. Did you know that? Yeah, no. So, um, you have to understand that when you operate from your heart space, you shine. But you're at a place where you can't see it. So you have a tendency to self doubt. And I'm not just talking like, when you speak of relationships, it's not all romantic, it's all different kinds of levels of relationship. I'm talking about with your friends, with even work friends. They're work friends. You're not there to make friends, but it's levels of relationships. And when you doubt yourself, it kind of comes out sideways, and then you're giving yourself negative messages. You deserve positive messages. You deserve things because you're worthy, Sherilyn. And my guides are telling me that it's okay to smile in the mirror and love who you're looking at. Oh, Thomas, you've got something coming in. They just told me to be quiet for a minute.
No, I don't know how to say it because I don't know if I want to say this on a live when I'm seeing. This is a little risque. Ask him if I can say this.
My God said you're going to say it anyway. Don't ask.
It's like, don't get mad at me, please. Shit, how do I say this? Okay, it was a vision. Okay, so if you're into a bit of domination, that's not a horrible thing, but realize that you don't have to be dominated to be loved. That's the way I should have said it. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be dominated to be loved. Sometimes we pick up things from our childhood and or teenage years, I'm hearing, and maybe there was a hole that went out with you and he dominated you, and you've carried that energy over, and you don't have to be dominated anymore. They're saying that you're locking yourself up a little bit too much and away from other people seeing you, and to realize that you have all the tools at your disposal. But I agree with Don. I don't know the name of the book, dear. You can friend me, or if you're friends with me, send me a friend request or a message. It's just Thomas Sawyer profile, not my business page. That one will be deleted soon. But the point is that book will help you reprogram your subconscious mind, because we look at spirituality and we don't look at the emotional and the mental aspects of it. We look at the spiritual aspects. No one ever wants to talk about you got to change the way you think or how to do it. It's all like, we're going to teach you how to be more spiritual. And my gods are laughing because they're like, all these spiritual people judge, not all of them, but a lot of them judge each other, and they should be reading the damn book too. Yeah, I agree with it because people judging everybody, and it's like, why are you judging everybody? Let everyone be free and be one with spirit, and let them do what they want. It's why Thomas takes his shirt off on TikTok, because he finds it funny.
They judge because they don't come from their heart space.
Yeah.
Just because someone says they're a light worker doesn't mean they come from their heart space.
Yeah.
People, I mean, like, seriously, people who follow us, people who like us, people who watch these lives, go with your gut, because if someone is talking down to you and they're supposed to be a light worker, they're not working, let alone the light part, because that comes from our heart space. That comes from our heart space, guys. If we're speaking to you and you feel it here, it resonates with you, that's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters, Oh, by the way, Sherilyn, I'm just hearing decision. I don't think this is past. I think this is a future thing. There's going to be some decision to be made. Not life altering, but don't second guess your first your first reaction. Do you know what I mean? Like you're it will require a signature. So just make sure someone else looks at it.
A lawyer.
Yes, please. It feels like a contract kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something to do with finances, but it doesn't. It feels like almost like I don't know. It's a contract of some kind. So I keep hearing advice. It has, yeah, it's legal advice. I just heard the legal. Yeah. Thomas is right. Legal advice.
Yeah.
It's in the future. I don't know how far in the future, but it's in the future.
Get a lawyer to look at any contract you got, man.
Yeah.
Because people hide shit in there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Well, thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Sherilyn. Hope I'm saying it right.
Next
Yes,
up,
please.
we have Simone Moon.
Oh, I love that name.
This woman is highly ascended. So let's be prepared. I've read for her many times. Highly ascended. Saying a byproduct of Ra.
Oh, I can see that. I can see that. I can very well see that. Yeah. If she hasn't started on this path of actively like reading, it's definitely her future. But she's got somebody younger than herself, someone who passed away young. Who passed away on a bicycle? Oh, this is like a teenager. Simone. I don't know if this is family or a friend of a family. She's not saying, so I'm just going to go with it. This is a young boy who passed away on a bicycle. It might even be someone that she went to school with when she was younger. All I know is this. Oh, man. Musician. Oh, that's it. That's it. He looks younger than he was. He said, yeah, I'm not that young. He says, you got to let that go. He says, in his own words, he said, man, she's got to let it go. She's got to let it go. I don't know if you've been thinking about it recently or it's something to do with a future event. Oh, I know. It's one of those stumbling blocks that we have when we start to bring our gifts to the surface and we start to use them. There's my goosebumps. A big chill. Okay. There was, even if he was coming to do somebody else's show, it was his time. He was meant to pass that way. He was meant to pass that way on the bike. And he uses the word bike, B-I-K-E. Just because he was coming to do a show for you does not mean that you have any bearing on his passing. It was not your fault. There's no blame. Somewhere deep in the psyche, it's there. And it's creating a bit of a block for you. He's come in today to make sure so that you hear the message, so that he knows he doesn't want to hold you back. It's kind of like the opposite. Sometimes they feel like they hold us back here because it was not your fault. He's been coming around you. You felt him, right? He's going to move on, but I think he just needs to hear that you're not taking it personal. He says you can feel him around you. You just weren't sure who it was.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, was not trying to hurt you. That's the whole point. But if someone gets a partial message, I can see how somebody may tell you that. But no, Simone, honey, he's not. He feels like he was hurting you because he feels like it's been holding you back a bit. So he needs you to relinquish that, let it go. Not your fault. And it may be subconscious. You might not even be aware of in your conscious mind that that's what you were doing. He says he feels like a weight was just lifted off his shoulders, and you will too. He said, thank you. He said, yeah, you guys hadn't personally met. Okay. Thank you. He just stepped back. Um, he felt like he was hurting you. He felt like he was holding you back. So he wanted to get a message to you. He's tried a couple times. So he's come through in other readings for you. So, and that's what the message is. Okay, honey? I hope that helps. Thomas?
Yeah. I've got all these like Egyptian deities around me and soldiers. Okay, yeah, Simone, they're saying they want me to be a little rough. I'm sorry. Not rough, masculine. So be a little crazy like on TikTok. Okay. Okay, dear Simone, it is time for you to let go of past limiting beliefs that no longer serve you, about that people are feeding you. This is bullshit. Number one. Number two, it's time for you to step up and start doing some work on other people and yourself, of course. You got to do them both. But it's time for you to step up. They say, do you realize the amount of power you have? Now, don't take this the wrong way, they're saying. But as I'm looking at all these beings around me. I'm like, if I'm reading for you and I've got like 50 Egyptian deities and soldiers around me, I'm not used to seeing this. And they're like blasting me with energy and messages. But the point is, they're like, go, stop thinking about it. They're showing me something. Okay, TikTok. Okay, for instance, I'm sure you're already on TikTok. A lot of people on TikTok, all they do is they just say other people's words that are recorded. And they don't say their own words. In the future, Simone, what's going to happen real soon is my friend Psych Infusions told me, and I know this is true too, is that those people that are teaching all this fluffy stuff about, whatever it is, numerology bullshit. Numerology is not bullshit, but they're making it all fancy is my point, okay? They're going to look for authenticity. They're going to realize this is BS. And they're just rehashing teachings that were like 40 years ago. But yeah, they're going to be like, oh, read this spiritual book, you'll become enlightened. BS. Do the work on yourself, you'll become enlightened. Go out and do the work on other people, you'll become enlightened. That's the key. But so what I'm getting at, Simone, being a little more gentle now, is realize your full potential. Realize what you can truly do, but you're not going to realize that until you take a step. You've taken the step, but it's like, start to really take the step. People are going to be attracted to you. You've been a master teacher in many other lifetimes. It's not going to be hard to do it again, they're saying. It's a lot easier than you think, and the door is right there in front of your face. But it's not coming in too strong here. It may take time to get there. Even though it's in front of your face, it's not like there hasn't been a door in front of Thomas's face for 2 years or so. But the point is, because I have to call myself out, because I'm being a little too masculine. But they tell me to be masculine, I'm masculine. Okay, so anyways, see, guides don't understand what it is to be human half the time anymore.
So they forget, yeah.
Good. And yeah, you did say something, Simone, that reminded me. So you said, is he on the other side? Yeah, he's on the other side, this musician guy. He's on the other side. He's fine. He's fine. Or they're saying he's talking to me. Okay. Anyways, he's fine. He says, don't worry about all that stuff. But yeah, that is the message. So just go out and be a badass. With gentleness, they say, with gentleness.
Oh, Simone, don't push it. Allow the memories to come as you're working through the shadows, because those shadows are our reflections. Okay, there are reflections. So when we're seeing those dark shadows, that's our shadow. 9 times out of 10, I've only known one time where it was a bad situation. 9 times out of 10, there are shadows. We can tell because we can feel it. So bring your thoughts out of your headspace. Stop thinking. You have a tendency, sweetheart, to overthink sometimes because you want this so bad. It will come to you. It's yours. It's your lineage. The reason why, those gods come up is because that's your origin, is ancient Egypt. That's your origin. So that's your lineage. You were of royalty. Those gifts are yours. No one will take them. But instead of doing that, envision, like when you start to think about something and try to catch yourself. And when you do it, imagine your heart red and then turning orange and then turning a golden orange yellow and then a yellow and a bright yellow and then a white. That will bring you into your heart space. Okay? So that's your first step. Thomas is right. You just need to take that leap of faith. That's your first step. That's what he's talking about, homie. Right, Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. All right.
Can we take a break for like 2 minutes, Michelle? If she's still around.
She says, yep.
Thank you. I'm off camera.
Okay.
Just need 2 minutes. I had to
Okay.
change my hat.
Love the hat. It is so you.
Yeah, no.
You just need a beach somewhere. Okay.
Oh no. I'm really Tom Sawyer now. Okay. Let's go. Next up is Gail Voight. I'm gonna have you. I've read for Gail a million times. I'm gonna have you restart if you don't mind.
Okay. Good afternoon, Miss Gail. How are you? So Gail, have you just made a pretty big purchase? You've either just made it or you're going to be making it. And I'm not exactly sure. This is a grandfather figure, but he's got a problem with his voice. So he talks very, very low, deliberate. He talks as if when he passed, he had problems speaking. I feel like he might have had a tube or something here. He's going like this. Feels like did you spend a lot of time, Gail, with your grandfather? I mean, a lot of time, like almost like you looked up to him like he was a father? Because that's kind of what it feels like. He's telling me about a purchase. Oh, you didn't know your grandfather? Oh, well, that could be why. He said he's in the car with you. He watches out over you a lot. I think because he got like sometimes when we don't know our grandparents, yeah, you did feel that way. Okay, now that time I heard him pretty clearly. When they don't know us, it's like they were shortchanged. They will come around us even more, to be honest. Because honestly speaking, like what I feel here, and like there's a big difference. Like, and sometimes you'll get like not that you overthink all the time, but this is another case where it's like a little bit of an overthinker, like up here. But lately you have a tendency to be in your heart space even more. And I don't know if that's do you know they find us? They find us in spirit. For those of you who are adopted, you will get to know if it's your wish, only if it's your wish, because the first rule of spirit is do no harm. So they will never do anything to harm you. Okay? But you've been in your heart space a lot lately, they tell me, Gail. You and my guides are now saying correct. Almost like you've been thinking about people that you love a lot. That always brings us into our heart space. You think about the people that we love that are here or that have passed. It brings you right into your heart space, guys. Yeah, your grandfather watches out over you. He had tubes in him as he passed. There's another child adopted. I don't know if it's a sibling, but it's somewhere in your generation. Oh, okay. From the family side that you don't know. Interesting. But they will find us in spirit if we wish to. And you'll be asked that in part of the process of the whole reconciliation process. He's talking about a purchase. Now, when they talk about major purchase, they're talking about like it could be an appliance. It's usually something over like $1,000. You know what I mean? Or like a hot water heater, or a car, or a house, or something like that. Something that's going to be of substantial financial purchase. Don't choose it by its color. He's saying that you're very much you have this really girly side to you, like you like things matching and just so, kind of thing. And he said you're very good about not judging people, and you're really good about judging them by how they act. But there's one person in your life, it's a permanent fixture, Feels like it even could be family who still kind of gaslight you. And it could be anything from a sibling to a cousin to a best friend that's like a sister. Um, but I don't know if it feels like you're just coming aware that they're like gaslighting you and making you seem like you're crazy and you're not. Um, just be aware of that. Yeah, someone's riding their broom. Thomas with the broom.
Just picking something out of here.
Oh, okay. Please, we don't need anything. But
Yeah, bitch.
whatever it is, Gail, it has to be bought. It's not a choice. It feels like it's something around the house. He's telling me you need it, like a washing machine. Like it feels like an appliance of some kind. Not extremely expensive, but when finances are tight, everything feels expensive. You're very much a thing like you weigh like the pros and the cons and that kind of thing. But then you wind up going with the heart. So that's good. That's a good thing. You want to go with your heart. I hope this stuff is making sense to you. He's starting to pull back now. I divorced from a husband like that. Ah. Yeah, he pulled back. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. Um, because you have a lot of bright days in front of you. A lot of, yeah, they will come back. I'm here to tell you, my guides tell me they will be back. Some have already started. You have 4 kids? They will be. Give them time. A daughter. My guides are saying something about a daughter. 3? Did you have a miscarriage? Yeah, the daughter that was closest to you, that's the one that hurts the most. I'm being told. Okay. Then with the 3 girls, there's another one of their friends that feels like a daughter to you. Because my guides are telling me 4. Yes, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the girls is like, it really hurts because you were closest to her. And especially when there's grandchildren involved. You know what I mean? But my guides say it will get better. Things will turn around. Oh, yes. Yeah. 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 So that's it. It will get better, sweetheart.
Okay. Gail, number one, they're saying through his bullshit. Some of them at least. And especially the one she's talking about, I'm hearing. Certain parent of mine tried all kinds of methods to turn me against another parent. And it didn't really work too well. Eventually I knew the bullshit when I saw it anyways. But the point is she's saying through the bullshit. So I have a feeling one of you will be reaching out to the other soon. Or, Don, you can confirm this. I know probably what you're going to say already, is that the daughter is wanting her to reach out. She's kind of on the fence, but
she wants to, but not for the reasons you would think. Like she wants you to, so that um her response to her sisters are, well, mom reached out. What was I supposed to do with her mom? Do you know what I mean? Because it's a way for her to also save face. But she's gonna give you you'll know when it's time. You'll know when it's time.
yeah.
I know it hurts. Believe me. I've been there too.
So I'm not supposed to read so much for you. I'm supposed to heal because immediately I felt your heart, and Don mentioned your heart. I felt it before she even said it because I was going like this. Okay. So, tap me into the rainbow angels. I don't know who you guys are, but you're rainbow angels. So you or have connections with higher frequencies of light. Okay, thank you. Connection. Now, heart chakra. Just like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. Clear. The saying, don't deny the heart, don't deny your heart, don't deny your heart. What I'm seeing as a vision, it's not, could be past life related. I don't know why they're showing me this, but they're showing me like an ancient civilization, but someone's eating a heart. So it's almost like you're abusing your own heart, they're saying. So let it open and flourish like roses, like flowers, they're saying. Let a seed become, grow into a flower.
Okay, Gail. While Thomas was talking, I heard a voice, and I'm not sure who it was. Could not see anything, but I heard a voice. Gail, sweetheart, take this time to heal yourself, get to know yourself, and love yourself. It's time to put yourself first. You've done exactly what I did, Gail. You put your kids first, you live for your kids, you do everything for your kids, and then something happens and it all blows up in your face. They'll be back, honey. I'm telling you. As God is my witness. It happened to me. It happened to me. It really did. And now let me tell you something. 5 years after the fact, my daughter and I are very close. And I see my grandchildren almost daily. Hang in there. Thank you, honey.
I'll add one thing. They're saying people cannot go against the will of God.
Amen.
Next up, I have to wait for the list to come back around.
Oh, yeah. You are, Cindy. I saw you on there, honey.
We just have to go in order.
We do have to go in order and look who's next.
Cindy, you next, mofo. That's a term of endearment. My friend Carlos is like, why you always call me a mofo? I'm like, dude, it's a term of endearment. I've said it since I've been a teenager. Anyway, just so you know.
Cards first. Okay.
Okay. Ooh. Let down that armor, dear. We'll get to that card. Yeah, I know why you have that armor up. Yeah, which one is it? Yeah, gotcha. Okay. You want to feel. You feel too much, but at the same time, so I'm just going to show you the card and just channel off of it. You see, this woman's naked. She's carrying a suitcase. But what it's saying to me is that you need to let the armor down, the armor that's encapsulating you from seeing, from everyone else seeing who you truly are. You got to let that armor down. And they're saying in the suitcase, if you can see this, in the suitcase, yeah, you can, is that there's a whole new wardrobe in there for you. And it's full of divine butterflies. Whatever that means. Butterflies have some significance in what Thomas is saying. I'm channeling. And you need to look up what a butterfly means in spiritual shamanism or animals. You can look that up on the internet. Animal totems, they say. So be the hunter, not the hunted. Because that's the reason you've got the armor on. Because you've been hunted too much, dear. You've been hunted too much. You don't have to be the hunter anymore. You have to be the hunter of what's inside of you. And what you want already wants you. So what you want right now, it already wants you. It's already inside of you. It's just waiting to break free, it's saying. It's starting to seep through. I'm seeing it moving out of your heart chakra. It's starting to come out. It's starting to come out. Also embracing your sensuality of your body, I'm hearing. Kind of weird for a guy to say on a male reader, but embracing your own sensuality and what you want as a person in regards to intimacy is what's important for you.
That was weird. I'm back. I didn't get to hear what you had to say, Thomas, but I have a feeling that this is going to, because my guides kept on talking, and then they stopped, and so did the transmission. Cindy. The little girl who was once in pigtails. Oh. Let go of the baggage that holds you. Release the feelings associated with them. Drop your shield and allow Archangel Michael to protect you. It's time to let others in again. My guides are telling me that it was in conjunction with Thomas's cards, that the pull was correct. It's really about trust. You got kind of like a major trust thing going on. You have to be able, there's someone around you that's worthy of you, but you have your shields up. The wall is up. It's like you've got a big wall. I'm seeing a wall and shields, a bunch of shields, because you're trying to detract the pain. But once we release that and we let go, people can see us for really who we are. You know what I mean? But you have to let down the shields, because nobody can come in if you're shielding them out. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And a lot of it is, you've also got some old hurt regarding, and it's something, let's face it, guys, when someone we love passes, we never truly get over it. We just learn to live with it. And we want to remember those people. We want to honor them with the memories of what they meant to us. So there's also a person around you a lot, Cindy, lately, that is trying to get you that message to lower the shields. You don't have to take them down right away. Lower them, because the light goes both ways. So in other words, like when you have the shields up, it shields people out, but it also keeps you in. So they really have to be dropped. You have a really bright future, sweetie. You do. Okay, that's what my guides have for you. You know, guys, it's funny because, like, normally when I do the readings, it's just a matter of me, spirits there, and it's just a matter of bringing them through. But when my guides come through for you, that's a really good thing. And even if something that I say doesn't make sense now, contact me in 6 months, because something will have made sense by then.
Oh, it made total sense. You just said a lot of what to, yeah.
All right, because I lost the feed for a minute and I couldn't see or hear you. No. So, all right, good.
Lacey Reed is next.
Lacey. Hi, Lacey. How are you? Lacey, been having a lot of deja vu, huh? Thomas, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go. I feel like you need a hug here. I need to say that. You need a hug. You know, sometimes your friends can hug you. My guides are saying. Doesn't have to be a guy. You don't need it to be. And, you know, show you unconditional love, tell you that you love them so that they can tell you they love you back. They do a lot for you. I'm looking at your picture. Yeah, so we keep going. Hold on. Okay, they say she needs more healing than reading. Okay, so you can do the reading, I'll do the healing. So, man. Okay, Lacey, say I accept. In your head, I will hear you. I am telepathic. Thank you. Okay. And now we go. My guide say, Thomas, you just scared the whole feed. They all think you can hear their thoughts. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way, but yeah.
Yeah. For this, it does. And let's get rid of some of that sadness and opaque energy out of you. Release. Release. Out the window. Get out of here. Hold on. I need my broom. Get out. Pump. Get out of here. Thank you. I look crazy, but I know what I'm doing. I'm sweeping energy. Okay. And light. Light. So you feel like clearing, 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 clearing. Yeah, that is mine thing to say. I'm gonna look at the message. Okay. Yeah, I have to be a little crazy. Since I've been doing these TikTok lives, Dawn, I take my shirt off, I wave brooms around. People ask me about soulmates like 85 times in a row, and I start telling them that their dog's their soulmate. And when am I going to meet my soulmate? I'm like, well, you already met your dog, so what are you asking me for? It's hilarious to me. It's like, if I do it for 3 hours. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. And they all want to ask about love. I'm like, yeah, love yourself. What's wrong with you? Anyways.
Did you guys know that the first person we ever love is our mother and our father? And do you know who the third person is? Ourselves, our Trinity.
Yeah.
Our life is full of trinities here on this earth plane. Why? Because we're supposed to learn.
My guides say that's what Jesus was trying to teach us.
Amen. That's exactly it. So, and my thing is, I've just found TikTok. I'm just now starting to look at everyone's videos. And it's like, oh my gosh, everyone's like, oh, you need to get on. What am I going to do on TikTok? What? I can't take off my shirt, Thomas, and wave a broom, okay? I get kicked off of TikTok.
Well, what you can do is like my medium friend, dude. I mean, I haven't talked to him yet, but he's watched me and I watch him. Is that this guy just has a medium thing up and he just brings in messages for like hours and he's really good and people watch him. I saw a tarot girl yesterday. She was just reading tarot. She had like 500 people watching her once.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. I usually get like 50 people, 30, 50 people at once, maybe 80, 90. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's really wild.
It is. That's why I like it.
Okay, let's see who's next.
We need the list, Miss Michelle.
So, Lacey, I just want to say this. Lacey, love yourself. You are a beautiful person on the inside. Show that to everyone. I am telling you. Lacey, you're a beautiful person. You are worthy. Shine. Shine. And all the negative stuff melts away, my friend. You do things, beautiful things, without even knowing it. Okay? You brought me Denise. And Denise is a beautiful soul. And she's so important in my life. She's become family to me. That was because she shared a live to her friend Denise. And boom, there it is. The cosmic connection. When there is a large group, the true message will never be heard. Yeah, the whole TikTok thing with it. Yeah, a lot of people don't get the messages when there's a lot of people. But it just kind of depends. It depends on, sometimes it's just that one person that you need to reach.
Yeah. And you might be reading for 15 people at once. and you don't even know it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so I never really pay attention to the numbers. Did you know that? I never pay attention to the numbers. Never.
I just glance at it, yell at them to give me likes.
Well, you have
I'm
your
not,
shirt off and you're waving a broom. You can do
yeah,
that.
I'm not reading for you people unless you give me likes. You start giving me more likes. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Jeanette
So thank
Anderson.
you, Lacey. Thank you for
Thank
that.
you, Lacey. Thank you. Jeanette Anderson. I'm gonna have you go first too.
Okay. Jeanette. Jeanette. Well, I can't hear names very good, but you have a spirit here, Jeanette, that used to call it. It's like a nickname from when you were a little girl. Feels like a grandmother that you never called grandma. She was a special name. And I don't think it's Kika. That might be it, Jeanette. She's showing me that she used to love bouncing you on her lap. Did she pass away when you were a teenager or when you were fairly young? Because she's telling me illness. Unexpected illness is what she's saying. She says that you got cheated out of time with her. So I'm not exactly sure what that means. Yeah, 20 years ago. Yeah. She said, yes, it's been that long, huh? She's very funny. She's just such a happy woman. She says, I get along with everybody now, including your grandfather. Aw. Did she teach you how to cook something? She's telling me about teaching you how to cook something. Okay, she says she's not going to take long, but she has got a message around you. Oh, funny. Well, they cook. They cook. Jeanette. She says that you're struggling now and she doesn't understand why you're not listening to your own intuition. Yeah, see, and that's been a hard lesson for you, Jeanette. She's talking about how over time, like you would be happy living a much simpler life. It's like almost like you like being close to like the stores and the other stuff, but there was a certain peace that you found living out in the country. She's talking about move. I don't know if you're planning to move, but she's talking about a move. And there's somebody in your life right now, and she's going, kick him to the curb. Kick him to the curb. So I don't know if that's my cabin. Oh, I always wanted a cabin out in the woods. Oh my God, I'd love it. But I gotta be at least 15 minutes to a store because I do like to shop. She's telling me that there's someone who is in your life that takes a lot of time and it's about a me. They're really operating from ego. She's not telling me if it's romantic or what it is. She just says someone that's in your life. Male. So it could even be a friend, who knows? But she says, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So when it gets to that point and you've had enough, know that she's got your back. She's got your back, and it'll be easier than you think it'll be, because you think it's going to be hard with this one. All I know is it's male, because she's saying, kick him to the curb, kick him to the curb. Ah. Yeah, it's like, oh, you did that? It's almost like she's your cheerleader. She wants you to know you. Oh, so you just did that. Okay. So by her coming in, she's confirming that it was the right thing to do. She said the right one can't come in if the old one is still in place. She said, so bravo, bravo. She talks a little bit of accent. Oh, she Italian? Well, anyway. She says she loves you. She misses you. Keep looking at her picture. You have a picture of her that you look at. Sweet, and I just know it's an accent she's got. But she used the word bravo, and that's just the word she used, I guess. She reminds me of my Italian grandmother. I think that's it. She loves you. You'll be good. You'll be fine. Aw, you're welcome. She thanked me for coming in, for bringing through the message. All right, Jeanette, honey. You have a great day, honey. Sweet.
This is a counterpoint reading. Okay.
Okay. Point.
So
counterpoint.
I had it backwards. Jeanette, you have a problem with the masculine sometimes. So, you feel like they've tied you down a bit, which is okay. There's no wrong or right here. There's no good or bad. Channeling. You notice I had my hand up the entire time because I was feeding you masculine energy and a little tiny bit of feminine. I was being tricky.
You tricky never.
But just be careful with that, because they're saying realize sometimes. Is this the right message? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to say it. Realize sometimes that by tearing down a man, it can tear down their heart. It's like a video I posted on my story. This really crazy looking girl. She was like, it only takes 2 seconds to break a heart, but it takes a lifetime to heal something. It could take a lifetime to heal it. I don't know why I need to tell you that, but that's what's coming through. But they also want me. So it's not really reading so much. It was just putting that message in there. It's meant to trigger you. They're saying, I'm sorry and I'm not sorry, because I trigger people. They heal things. I have to trigger myself, so take that in stride with what I'm doing. I don't like it either, but I have to do it. But this is the book you need to look at. The 21 Lessons of Merlin. You can find this book. It's an old book, but you need to read this, they're saying. Because Merlin comes in and he schools this guy. He's schooling King Arthur. But he's not schooling him in a bad way, even though he perceives it that way at first. You see, I got all these bookmarks in here. But the thing is that you need to read this book. It's going to teach you about your ancient Druid heritage, they're saying. Some of it's fictionalized, but whatever. It gets the point across. And that's basically my reading. And there's a dragon I need to pull. Let's see. Black dragon from Saturn brings you wisdom through spiritual discipline. Concentrate, focus on your ultimate vision, congratulate yourself, you passed the test. But yeah, it's bringing you wisdom through spiritual discipline. That's why they want you to read the book. It's Black Dragon energy. Go through. There you go. And yeah, that's my reading.
Cool.
One time be an a-hole, they say. But you know, I had to say what they want me to say.
That's all right. Sometimes it's a matter, the old thing, truth hurts. Yeah, because we have to heal from something, and healing is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be easy, Otherwise, we can't really learn from it, can we? Thank you, Jeanette.
Next up, we have Sherry Rice.
Miss Sherry Rice.
Ooh, I have you go first because I've read 4. I know.
Sherry, you get a lot of deja vu. Yeah, but it's more than just the Claires. There's Miss
Visions.
Sherry. Yeah. Sherry, are you? Yeah, but you're not a light worker because you do have abilities. You have some abilities there, girl, but you're not currently using them in the way you should. So you have more to expand on, Sherry. You're not doing your own show, though, right? They're telling me something about a show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm listening to my guides. Okay. Sherry, this is a rather important message. There's more to your gifts than meets the eye. However, remember, in order to make or hone your craft, so to speak, you have to go back and heal and learn how when people how do I want to say this? All right, I just have to say it the way they give it to me. Otherwise, it's not really. Oh my gosh! And there was just a man. Is your father in spirit? He seems like a father because he's kind of loud. Anyway, what my guides are telling me is that it's not all cut and dry. Okay, it's a matter of learning how to handle different situations. Mediumship, and this is for anybody really, mediumship is it's like a bridge that lays on top of the water. And it's not so much learning how to cross that bridge. It's about learning what to do and how to walk across it when there's obstacles in the way. Yes, it is your father. Yeah. And he's pointing to his ear. I don't know if he had a hard time hearing or not, but he's pointing to his ear. That's either him or you. He's trying to talk over me. He's kind of funny. Like, you can be the best medium in the whole wide world. And if you watch some of the more popular mediums, even going as far as Long Island Medium, because I love her. I've seen her in person and everything else. But when it's like a big balancing act. Like sometimes you get these people where they want a reading, but they're so closed that they don't allow you into their energy and some other stuff. And I got to tell you, sometimes the things that they give you that you see are not nice and they're not pretty. So it's about a balancing act, really. It really is, I know Thomas understands this, but until you start doing it, you won't really fully understand it. He's laughing. Yeah. Your clairs are very strong. You've got more than one. You've got you, yeah, and this and sentient too. You should work on, but yeah, the audience, because when you can hear them, that opens up all the other stuff. Also, you're supposed to be seeing auras, so I don't know. I don't feel like you're really seeing them yet, but you will be. Work on that as well. That'll come to you. It really will. Um, ugh. And then you have these people that once you date them and you're done, they don't get that. Sorry, phone call. Yeah. But like you have you have a beautiful soul and your heart's a big heart, Jerry. But sometimes and it's not a bad thing. Sometimes you just have like a way of just like blurting out the truth. There's nothing wrong with that. But some people, as you read, when they do that, they get very defensive. So it's really about practice. You know what I mean? Getting in there and practicing on that. But your dad says he's very proud of you, and that's something that you never heard when he was alive. So that's the message he wanted to bring to you today, honey. He is. He's always with you, he says. I'm always with her. Tell her I love her. Love the hair? I don't know what that means. I have no idea. But he stepped back.
So, Sherry, where do we start? Not a bad thing, they're saying. Tom is trying to figure this out. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to say a lot of what Don said. Spirals of manifestation, number one. You have to manifest here. You start writing down what you want to happen. Scripting. I say this all the time. Scripting. Look up what scripting means on YouTube. There's a million videos. Not hard. I've told you this before, actually. They just going to have me tell you the same messages sometimes over and over. They do this with every reader. With some people, other people, whatever. Because sometimes we have to be. They're saying sometimes we literally have to hit Thomas over the head with a tennis racket 30,000 times before he listens to us. Same thing with you. Same thing with everyone listening in the feed. But start manifesting, dear. Start scripting. Start telling the universe, God, whatever word you want to use today for that, what you want, because that opens up all your other abilities. Pandora's gift. You don't even realize that you've got what you already need. It's right there. They're saying you're so focused on your family, you know what I'm talking about, which is a good thing, not a bad thing, but that you're neglecting you. And I know it's hard what you're going through, but you know it's part of a soul contract. And we all have soul contracts on different levels. But still, you got to focus on you. You got to take that time out to focus on you. I'm talking about your husband, too. You know, you don't always have to do everything he wants to do. Sometimes I just say it. Screw it. I just say it. I mentioned earlier that I went on a date. I don't know why I have to tell these personal stories about myself. But the point is, she's like, put together a Pac-Man machine. No. I want you to paint. No. We're going to make strawberry shortcake. No. Sorry. Not going to do it. And don't care. And I didn't say it like that. I was very nice. But I was just reading the whole situation and laughing in my head. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, get back to the reading, Thomas. The point is that all the abilities are there. When that happens, you start manifesting the life you truly want. And give her an angel card. Okay. Honor your uniqueness, because people are going to try to not let you, and you're going to tell them to go jump off a cliff. But into a nice body of water or something, you know, safely. But you get my point. I do it all the time. I say, just go jump off a cliff. I don't care. Go away. Leave me alone. And that's why people don't argue with me in my life so much, because I know I'm going to lay the hammer down, like I'd say. But yeah, you just honor your uniqueness. I have to read what it says. It's some Bible verse. Okay. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. Psalm 139:14. See, look at her. This woman does not give a shit what she looks like. She's like, I don't give a shit what you think about me. I'm doing my thing. Get in your own lane, motherfucker. That's my reading.
Ironically, it's really none of our business what other people think of us because it doesn't impact us. It's what do I think of me?
Yeah.
That's all. The only one, So thank you, Miss Sherry. Hi, Evelyn. How are you?
Next up, we have Beverly Farmer. I'm just looking at it. Okay. Am I back? Am I frozen? No, I'm back.
No, you're back. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You want me to go first, don't you? Yes. Okay. Beverly. I need to see your picture, dude. Hold on. I have to get my phone.
Sitting here making a lot of noise with my little Post-it notes.
She's on StreamYard, so I need to look at her. Focus on your health, dear. That's what they're saying. Focus on exercise, diet, meditation, breathing. You guys are really having me channeling a lot of shit at once. This isn't bad. This is for your highest good. Yeah, you need to focus on your diet a bit. Focus on getting some nutrients, green nutrients, I'm hearing. A lot more water. And I'm seeing the liver. So maybe some kind of foods that help detox the liver, I'm hearing. And I'm also a medical intuitive, so I'm just going with that. But the point is breathing. I'm saying take time out to breathe. I think you're taking on way too much shit from other people or doing way too much for other people. Maybe it's not shit, but way too much. You're doing way too much for other people. And you really need to look at taking a step back and seeing what your priorities are for what you want and what you have to do, they're saying, and what you don't have to do. Because I feel like you're being there for everyone else, but you're not always showing up for yourself, which a lot of people do anyways. But still, and they say no but, still, it's about taking care of you. Pull a card, Thomas. Okay. That's weird. Do they say, I don't know why I need to tell you this. Used to be a duck. Another incarnation. I don't know why they're telling me this. That's funny. But used to be a duck. I know why they're telling me this because someone told me this. Because there's this duck in this pond this person was telling me about. And it's a different kind of species of bird. It's actually one of my favorite, but it's like this really ugly duck. And all the other ducks hate this duck. But this duck just goes around. I don't think the duck gives a shit. Like, I'm a duck. I'm a duck. Because he's bigger than them and he can just peck him. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, leave me alone, bitch. I don't know why they're telling me this stuff. Anyways, so Don has something on what I'm talking about, I think. Anyways, so dolphin, tune into the rhythm of your breath to find stillness and peace. You see, I didn't make it up. I channeled it. You see, I just randomly pulled this dolphin card. I don't think I've ever pulled a dolphin before. But tune into the rhythm of your breath to find stillness and patience. Sorry, patience, not peace. And peace. It's and peace. Thomas channeling again. And there's two more cards. I don't know what they say yet, but we're going to find them. It's a buffalo and a kangaroo. Used to have a pass. Oh, they gave me another one too. But you know what's weird about all these cards? All these guys look like they're in the plains. Feels to me like past lifetime in like Africa or something. These are all plain animals. And a lot of them are grazers. I don't know what the meaning of that is. Anyways, kangaroo. As events take on their own momentum, you take a true leap forward. What I'm seeing in this card is that you're like the kangaroo in the pouch. It's time for you to come out and play. Number 2, deer. Take note of the messages and whispers and secrets adrift on the breeze. You need to get outside. That's what it is. And sit there. It's going to drive you crazy, but whatever. You'll get over it. We do anything enough times, we attune to it. Bison. Recognize the riches of the past and the abundance of the present. All these guys are outside. They're on the plain. I don't know if you live around these areas, not Africa, but like a plain, like with grass, like Wisconsin or something. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. But go outside and sit down and meditate, as long as you're not going to freeze to death, they say. And just get outside, they're saying. Find a way. You'll find a way. I see these people on TikTok that are all dressed in 50 layers of clothes that live in Alaska or Canada or something. So you can find a way, but you need to get outside. Connect them with that energy. And they're like, motherfucker, you do not know what you're going to be walking into. But it's there. Keep doing it over and over again. Be safe about it.
Hi, Beverly. How are you? What he was talking, I'll touch on what Thomas said, what was coming through, is that in another lifetime, you were that duck that walked around, that didn't care what anyone thought. Not at all. But this lifetime, you do. So it's a little bit harder for you when you take that stress with you. I think that the meditation and the breathing is wonderful. It's been actually doing you good. It's been cutting down on the stress and anxiety. It's really been working. I want to talk about your mom for a minute. I have either here your mom or your grandmom in spirit, but it feels like a mother figure. It feels like your mom. Has she passed? Because it fades in and out. Is your grandma? Is your mom sick? Has your mom been sick, Beverly? It's your grandma, yeah. She's telling me about... Hold on, let me see if she'll come in closer. Oh, it is your grandmother. Yeah, I see her face really well now. Aw. Oh, she's got those cheekies like you do. Aw. She's got beautiful cheek. Oh, beautiful. Aw. Beverly, your stress is connected in with your health. I mean, I know that seems like a blanket statement, but is it your blood pressure? You've got a couple different things going on. I really think Thomas is right here. I mean, I don't know. I'm hearing fatty liver. Just tell me about a fatty liver. Does your mom live alone? Like who? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Hmm. Let me look. Yeah. Yeah. You've been with your grandmother in past lives too, by the way. She's telling me about the history. Beverly, I'm not a doctor. I'd be the first to say that. I did not go to medical school. I do not have those bills for medical school. Okay. I'm not a medical medium, but I will tell you this: something's going on inside your body. You're getting some inflammation there, and I'm not sure why. So if you don't know why and you don't feel anything, if you could please just go to the doctor because your grandma wants you to go to see a doctor. She's showing me something. Looks like a pendant. You have a piece of jewelry that was hers? Either you have it or your mother has it. She's thinking about you. You do, yeah. Um, she keeps rubbing it. I'm thinking about it. Is it a religious medal? She said, I was a woman of God. I believe in God. It's so beautiful here. I didn't believe. Oh, so she wasn't really what it is. Yeah, she wasn't really believing in this spiritual stuff. She was more of a Catholic church kind of girl. Um yeah, she's showing me a medal. Oh, it's a beautiful medal. Um that means a lot to her that you have it. And you pick it up and you touch it and she feels that. When you pick it up and touch it, she feels it. It's like a text message. It goes right to her. Oh, Beverly. Oh, she's so proud of you. Oh, she misses you dearly. She comes and she sits next to you on the bed. That's that feeling you feel like someone just plopped on the bed, honey. That's her. Oh, that's her. She said, thank you for waiting. She said she's so glad when she realized that you were going to have a message. Oh, did she call you Bevy? Who called you Bevy? It feels like somebody else just came in, another spirit that called you Bevy. And your grandmother didn't like that? She called you Beverly. She loves that name. You have an uncle that's passed? Anyway, oh, it's your grandfather? Okay, there it is. Ooh, did he pass young? He looks, yeah. They love you. Very proud of you. But they want you to put you first. They said you put everybody first. They said they like your grandmother says she loves the fact that you're taking time for yourself to meditate. Because there used to be a time when you didn't take that time for yourself. So she's very happy about that. Very, very, very happy about it, Beverly. Yeah, she wants me to call you Beverly. She says it's such a pretty name. It sounds like a song. She said I used to sing to her when she was a baby. Sing and dance. She loves you. She's got to go. She says it's almost dinner. She said, we have no clock here, and your grandfather thinks he can eat all the time. I cook for everyone. She shows me a circle, like the circle of life. So your other family who's passed, she cooks for them. Send her my love. You're welcome. Now, was that your mom's mom? Because she blew a kiss to you, and she made me feel like when she said send her my love, like she was doing that to your mom. Okay. So send, of course, again, it's that whole belief thing. But just know that she was here for you and your mom. Well, thank you, Beverly.
Beverly, let me chime in a little bit here. What I'm saying as far as a doctor. So when I have low testosterone, I get treated by a medical doctor for that clinic. They run panels on me. It's more about where my body's at, estrogen, red blood cells, all that. But what I'm getting is like, go to the doctor and get them to run a full, even, like your liver enzymes. They're saying run a full panel on everything. Even if the doctor don't fucking think you need it, tell him do it anyways. You're paying him. So that's the message.
Definitely involves blood work. That's all I know.
Yeah.
So
they have to make sure that I'm like healthy enough to take the testosterone so it don't kill me. You know, because one time my red blood cells were so high, I had to go give blood to get rid of them. And I could have had a stroke.
Oh God, that's...
Vitamin B. They're giving me vitamin B shots every week, and I didn't need those. So it was increasing my red blood cell count through the roof.
Oh.
But now I'm cool. You know, now I've been fine for months. But yeah. So.
Yeah, sometimes we don't feel like there's anything wrong, but there's stuff going on in our bodies all the time. All the time. You know? Yeah. So, well, thank you, Beverly. And we have Miss Melanie Long.
Why, is she crying in that emoji?
No, is she? No. Well, if she is, it's good tears, right?
Okay.
Where's Melanie? She is crying. Oh, maybe it's good tears. Okay. Do you mind if I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
Melanie, honey, you've got a lot going on. Why do I feel like you are juggling? You've got a female coming in for you. Again, another mother figure. They just come in and they tell me like mother figure or father figure. Yeah. Melanie, too much head space, not enough heart space. This is someone, again, she's telling me, this is a grandmother. I don't know if it's a grandmother, great-grandmother, but she's old enough to be a great-grandmother. When I'm just trying to get into the, she's giving me the message before she even lets me try to figure out who she is. She said who she is not important. She knows who I am. She knows it's me. She feels me. She feels me around her. The stress is making you sick. No stress, no stress, no stress. Guys, when they tell me things in 3, it's like it's golden. It's cement. You can't move it. I know it seems a bit overwhelming, she said, that there's so much going on. You have too much on your plate, too much on your plate. Let others do for themselves what they can do for themselves. The sicknesses will subside. You have somebody around you with okay, it is important. I'd like clarification to make sure asked to see her heart.
You're too controlling, Melanie.
Yeah. A little bit, but did she die from something with the heart and lungs? She said something about a broken heart. I don't know if that means her heart needed repair or she died of a broken heart, like missing somebody. But she tells me, Melanie, she had a broken heart. So that means either that she lost someone she loved and she literally died of a broken heart, and that is possible. It does happen. Or she had something wrong with her heart and it needed to be fixed, including a heart transplant. So when they tell me that, that's what one of those things mean. Can you relate to that? Can you claim that? Because she's claiming you. That's a good number, actually, Melanie. Really positive, and that might ask your that in fact may answer your question. Mm. What's wrong with her heart?
One of the
She
do
has
you
something
want
going on with her heart.
heart valve. Black.
That would make sense. You've heard from her before? Do you have another reading where she came through? She gives me, she tells me about being cheated. That usually means that they pass away when the person is young, like they didn't get to see you grow up. She just has one message. Micro managing and trying to keep an eye on everyone. It almost is like you have children, Melanie, like almost like I don't know who it is, but you're trying to. She shows me a hand that extends, like you're trying to, like you spread yourself too thin. Oh, she had a bad heart. She says you're spreading yourself too thin. Oh, okay. Melanie, can you do something for me, sweetie? Can you just close your eyes and take a nice deep breath and blow that breath right out? Sometimes you let your gifts get in your way. Um, Trust is a big thing for you, a huge thing for you. Like women have hurt you more than men. So you have your wall up a little too high right now. So in taking that deep breath, I asked my guides to help me see over the wall. It's okay. You don't have to take it down. You're working on it right now to make it a shield. You don't even know all the gifts you have. Do you realize that, Melanie? Opposite of micro now? Good. Good. Yeah, I mean, really hurt you. So I get it. I get it. Um, I will never take away a person's pain, their feelings, frustrations. They're yours. You own them. I do not take responsibility for them. But I can tell you when I saw over the wall, I saw that you were climbing a ladder out from over the wall and that that you had a shield strapped on the back of you. So what that tells me is that you saw an obstacle and you realize that you have to break down the wall and only carry a shield, and you're working on conquering that wall. So you armor daily. That's great. That's great. I tell everyone, make sure you do your prayers of protection and armor yourself. Yes, I see you doing that. When you got to the top of the wall, you looked back at me and smiled. Melanie, that, gosh, that gives me goosebumps. That's my validation. You will get there. And once you're over on the other side of that wall, when you look back, the wall's going to be gone. And you'll just be holding your shield. Okay? And in your arms, you'll be picking up, it almost looks like a walking stick, but on the top, there's a crystal. And that's when your gifts will be coming in. Your grandmother, your great grandmother, just moved, and there's someone behind her. So she's showing me her heart. Interesting. Yeah, it's like a staff with a crystal on the end. Amethyst. It's amethyst crystal. They're very proud of you on the other side. You have more people starting to like come in. You have a long lineage of this. Wow. Really? Okay, let me look. I'm just looking at some past lives here. What's your favorite? Melanie, has anyone ever told you that you have lineage to the Salem witch trials? Because you do. You do. They're like hugging and holding each other. Yes, you do a lot of work, and I know they're watching. Yes. Very proud of you. Very proud of you. That's cute. Where you would roll your eyes at some, now you accept. So I don't know what that means. They just give me that, so I give it to you. It's okay if it doesn't make sense to me. I'm not supposed to make sense of it. Some things are for you, purely for you. Yeah. Aw. They want you to know that the second half of the year is going to be much easier. They're talking about losing something, but I don't think they're talking about losing an item. Losing, it's got something to do with time. Losing time from work, losing work. I don't know, something about losing time. And that's part of the acceptance. See, what people don't understand, Melanie, is something you already do understand and you have. So I don't know if you've been working with someone or Thomas or whatever it is, but acceptance, accepting ourselves, where we're at, what we're doing, and accepting that it's okay to love people but not like their behavior, because some people are still sleepwalking. Some people are still asleep, they're not awake. Yeah. Yes, Melanie, I would have to say yes. Yes. Oh, they're starting to disperse. Okay. They love you, they support you. Just ask. Well, that's the thing, We all have our own story to tell. And like what other people think of me, that's not my story, that's their story. I don't care, it doesn't impact me, because it's what I think of myself that matters. It's how I love myself. We love them, but we just don't like their behavior, and that's okay. We have to kind of try to separate things. And yeah, your family and your lineage love you, and they do think of you over on the other side. So that's all. Thank you, Melanie.
People are asking telepathically, what on earth is Thomas doing with that candle? I'm being very tricky. Okay, so
Not very tricky, but go ahead.
I'm doing fire magic and animal. There's a whole deck of animal cards, and I'm saying send her the animal energy with the fire energy that she needs. Okay, so they're still doing their stuff. So I'll let them do their stuff.
Yes, Melanie, you are.
Melanie got a little triggered by me earlier. What is it? It's okay. I get triggered sometimes.
We all do. It's how we learn.
Yeah. I'm trying to pick the deck I need. Oh, it's tarot. That makes sense. No, I don't read tarot that well. Okay. Let's see what it is. What's that one? What do pentacles represent?
Pentacles is money.
Okay.
Finances. Amen, Melanie.
I'm not talking about that. Okay, never mind. Okay, going on. I'm gonna trigger you again. That's what I'm afraid of doing. Okay, so I think she pretty much gave you all the messages that you needed there. I've done the healing. Oh, which archangel is it? I don't know this archangel, do I? Jamariquel? I don't know who you are. But he wants to work with you. Says I've talked to him before. It's not Jeremiah. No, it's not Jeremiah. Jamariquel, E-L. Well, they're saying there's all these angels. There's like a billion of them. Thomas can't possibly know all their names. Jamariquel wants to work with you, dear. So go on, Jamariquel. Work with him. Thank you. And what else? So they're running fire through you, dear. It's clearing out cords and distractions, and you see it just went black above the thing. So they're clearing out negative energy. They're clearing. It's fire magic. I invoke the fire of the ancients. Yeah, fire of the ancients. And since we kept telling Thomas he's an ancient god and he doesn't want to believe us. Okay, yeah. Anyways, fire of the ancients. So there you go, dear. There's not really more to read. She got everything there. They're saying. Thomas doesn't say much. He just did the healing he needs to do. He wants to say something, but he doesn't know what to say. So thank you, dear, for being here. Anyway, I'll just leave the candle here. And
do you know I learned how to meditate by looking at a candle? You know why? Somebody told me, oh, just clear your mind, empty your mind. That's not what meditating is. I love it. Now I know it. But I started to learn by watching the flame.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Because meditation is about focus.
Yeah. Sometimes they tell you just look at one point on the wall and stare at it.
Yeah, that'll work too. Yeah.
A million ways to skin a cat, they say. People too. But they do that in China. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, well, I'm not in China. Won't go there.
Yeah. I love cats because they're like, you don't like cats. I love cats. I have a cat here.
I'm allergic to cats. Like everyone needed that. You're welcome, Melanie. I hope it helped in some way.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Don't blow out the candle, snuff it, or use it. Yeah. Wet your fingers. I have a little skunk. Like it looks almost like a baby's sconce, but it's one of those snuff things. You just put it on. It's cute. Well, thank you guys for watching the live. I appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
All of you.
You can find me at thomassawyer.com, and you can find Dawn at
DawnMariePsychicMedium.com.
Yes. Thank you all.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Michelle.
Yes, and you better not run away, soul treats. Almost said.